So, as promised yesterday, I am going back to try and find the original. Well, first to see if I can still gain access, still have access to the ship Injotu's Ancestral Victory, which I had named something else, which I'm pretty sure I picked it up in the Euclid Galaxy right before I went to Eisentam. So what I've done is gone out to my flash drives and replaced my save, of course backing up first, replaced my save with the one that I took at just under 100 hours before going to Eisentam. And this save should it should be relatively close to a world that was, this might, if I made any sort of a jump after finding that ship, this won't work. But we'll talk about it in process. Let's go ahead and load it up. As I said, if this works out correctly, I should find myself standing outside the portal that would take me to the final step in this quest line, in the final. Shouldn't be a problem. All I'm trying to do is find the original world where I found Injotu's Ancestral Victory to begin with. At the time, my method for remembering locations where ships had been first found was to name the ship after the system. Now I've changed it up a little and I name the system after the ship. Aha! See this. Oh, see, I'm up on. Interesting. I'm up here. Okay, so I have this ship. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to check my map. Final interface portal. That is correct. And I'm looking for any names that are evidence of my own naming system, and I'm not seeing any such thing. So I suspect. Aha! That is one of mine, because I had this habit of naming a system after whether it was Korvac, which, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this was done before Next. Before Next, I used to name systems after their faction. And actually, I think this changed long ago as of Atlas Rises. The factions change, basically. So this is now a Gex system. I used to name these systems after... At one time, this was a Korvac system. But I named it, and that's evidence that I've been here before, at least. Alright, let's get my freighter up here. Yes. Okay, so big question is going to be, first of all, is Injotu's Ancestral Victory here? Did I indeed find it in Euclid before migrating to Eisentam? Sometimes when I've landed on ships on my freighter, my ships are missing. And I've had to restart in order to get them back. And indeed, gosh, what is wrong with my... No? Okay. So... mouse seems sensitive. My control seems sensitive, not mouse. Ah, see, it's not here. So, this, Farseeker, which by the way was mangled by Next. It had pod sides. I loved this ship. It had pod sides, and it replaced them with these boxy things and ruined it forever. So I eventually got rid of that ship, which is very sad. So I see I have a few others here. Gosh. That was the very first exotic I ever found. I think I've let that one go, at least in my main save. But what I'm seeing here is no evidence of that ship, which tells me that I found it in Eisentam, that I did not bring it with me from Euclid. So, if that's the case, then it means a couple things. It means that I should be able, if I undertook the effort, I could probably find it again. Unfortunately, I don't have the name of the system. Well, I don't. The name of the ship. I changed the name of the ship to be the name of the system, and I don't know if I have a record of what that name was before I left that ship behind. If I find that and can find that, then what I should be able to do is explore in Eisentam, because I've stayed pretty close to where I started out. Well, that's not entirely true. So I went through to Eisentam once, and then for some reason I backed up and went through again. And when I went through again, of course, I respawned. Now, at one point I thought I respawned fairly close by to where I had respawned the time before, but I think that might have just been a shift that happened during Next. Anyway, all this is to say, in order to find the ship, I would need to look in Eisentam, and I'm not going to continue doing that this morning, but it is useful information. So, with that, I'm going to stop this recording, and maybe at some point in the future I will return to this little mini quest. We will see. Thanks a lot.